Hey guys, welcome back to Gen X Weight Loss Week 3, Day 1. Today we're tackling fats, right? And for sure, the most controversial of the macronutrients. And the reason why this is because in the 70s, the food industry had a big shift and went to low fat and reduced fat foods across the board. And the thought was that we'd see a reduction in weight gain in society. What happened? The exact opposite. Over the next 30 years, everybody gained weight, right? So what that meant was having a low-fat diet did not help with weight loss. That's what we do know for sure. What we don't know is exactly why everybody gained weight, right? There's too many other factors. But we do know that having a low-fat diet was not part of the weight loss solution. So we know some fats are good. They're essential to our body. They're involved in a lot of cell structure, a lot of regulation of different things, a lot of enzyme production. There's a lot of reasons that you need to have fats. So we're not going to shy away from fats, and I'm recommending 25 to 35% of your calories come from fats, but the right fats, the healthy fats. So we're going to get into that right now. So you got bad fats on this side, and those are trans fats or partially hydrogenated oils, right? You definitely want to avoid these. And they're found in a lot of processed foods because they keep food fresh longer and they're very, very cheap. Okay, so that's why the food industry uses it. Although I will say there has been a reduction in trans fats. A lot of people are using, companies are using less of trans fats, which is a good thing. But keep an eye out for them because you don't want those in there. They raise your LDL cholesterol, which is your bad cholesterol, and they lower the HDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol. So it's a double whammy. The good stuff going down, the bad stuff going up. You just want to avoid it, okay? Trans fats. Next up, saturated fats. For sure, the most controversial of the fats, okay? And basically, saturated fats raise your cholesterol across the board. They raise your cholesterol. And the reason, we don't want that, right? The thing we're going to avoid are palm kernel oils, fatty beef, lamb, pork, butter, cheese. Okay, and then the last one I'll get a lot of flack for is coconut. Coconut, right? Super high in saturated fats, and this has been getting more press and more attention in the last 5 years than any other single food for sure. And basically, the people who love this say it cures everything. And I'm going to caution you on that simply because the science right now is undecided. There's studies that show that it's really good for you. There's studies that show that it's not so good for you. So it's a little bit questionable. The difference between this one and some of the other saturated fats, you'll notice, is these are all derived from animals, right? This one's from plants. And so the thought is that plant saturated fat might not be bad for you. And the reason why this one specifically is maybe not bad for you is that it's made up of MCT or medium chain triglycerides, which are smaller fats that break down very easily and can be utilized as energy. Okay, again, I am not saying this is a good fat. I think it's cautionary at this point, but I have experimented with it and had no ill effects whatsoever. So on my side of things, I haven't seen anything bad about it, but I am cautioning it because the science is not definitive, okay? That's where we are with coconut oil. All right, good fats. We got polyunsaturated fats. These are great because they reduce triglycerides, slow plaque buildup, lower blood pressure, and control blood sugar. All great things we want. You're gonna find these in your favorite salmon, right? Nuts, seeds, safflower oil. And what these are is basically fats that are essential fatty acids, which is omega-3 and omega-6, which are absolutely critical to functions in your body. So you have to have them, and your body cannot make them on its own. That's why they're called essential fatty acids that are essential to you, but you can't make them on your own. You have to get them in from an outside source. Of course, my favorite salmon, but nuts and seeds are a great source of it as well. Okay, so you can use polyunsaturated fats. Lastly, monosaturated fats. These ones are for sure good for you. They reduce LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol. They reduce it, and you can find these in olive oil, canola oil, peanut butter or peanut oil, avocados, avocado oil, nuts, seeds, my favorite being macadamia nuts from Hawaii, right? Those are awesome. So avocado right here, this is a high heat oil, so you can cook with it. Very neutral flavor. This one you can find at Costco, which is awesome. Then you got a more fancy one. This one's infused with garlic. Again, awesome one. You can put it on salads. And of course, there's extra virgin olive oil, which highly recommend. These are great fats for you. So that is the rundown on the bad and the good fats. So lastly on the fats is ketogenic diets. You've probably heard about this, and these are diets that promote having a high fat, moderate protein, and ultra low carbohydrate intake. And I personally feel like it is too restrictive of a lifestyle for most people to live on it long term, okay? It does work. I have done the ketogenic diet and I did lose weight on it, but I did find that I was very limited in certain foods, so I don't recommend it as a primary lifestyle. If you want to try it, I'll put a link in the notes so that you can learn more about it and decide if it's right for you. So the idea behind the ketogenic diet is that you eat 70% of your calories each day from fats, okay? And 25% from protein and 5% from carbohydrates. So a super low carbohydrate diet. And the idea behind this is when you're that reduced in carbohydrates, your body goes into something called ketosis, which is where your body starts burning fats for fuel, and it releases ketones, and your body can use ketones as a great energy source. All that is true, but again, I think as a lifestyle, it is hard to keep on this diet. So I don't really recommend the ketogenic diet for most people. But again, I'll put the link below. You can take a look. If all your favorite foods are on that plan, it might be a great fit for you. But I find that it's a little bit too restrictive. So we covered the bad fats. We covered the good fats. You know what to buy. You know what to get. You know what to use, right? So make sure you get your fats in your diet. They're not something that you want to avoid. I'm recommending 25 to 35% of your calories come from fats, so you don't have to shy away from the healthy fats, okay? Super excited for you getting on this. Tomorrow, we're talking about gluten-free diets and what is that all about with weight loss and health benefits, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.